What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. So today we are going to take a look at the Asmus Thorin upgrade. This is an upgrade, or you can buy the actual figure. If you want to buy the actual figure with an upgraded head sculpt, head over to bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below, or directly from Asmus. I'll also put the link down below. And this is great move by Asmus. Look at the difference right here. It is quite the difference. It's a big upgrade, especially right here on the top of the hair. It's fuller and it's more tamed compared to the older version. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no complaints with the older version. I thought it was okay for the time. I still think it's okay. I kind of fixed the hair by myself. But boy, after receiving this upgrade, I noticed the difference right away. And I think it's a worthy upgrade. This is only $79, if I'm not mistaken. $79. So it is, I mean, you get third-party head sculpts that are more expensive, and the swap out is pretty seamless. This is one of their crown series, I believe as well, because this is rooted hair. And look at that, that's it. I can use my older figure. And let's take a deep dive to the head sculpt itself. So that is Thorin, as you saw from the movie, and this is the upgraded version, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna do a more in-depth comparison later on, but I just want to showcase you this new head sculpt. I think the improvements that they made, the skin tone is a bit darker. He's more tanned on this one. The hair is certainly a huge improvement from the previous version. Not that the previous version is terrible by any means. It's an improvement nonetheless. The hair feels fuller on the top. You don't see, because on the older version there are spaces where you gotta futz the hair. In here, right off the box, you pop it in and you're done. By popping it in, I mean for the upgrade. But if you buy the Thorin right now, it will come with this. So be careful if you're buying a Thorin maybe on eBay or so, because you don't know, maybe the packaging is different. But in here, you want to get this version because just the hairline itself, like the V tapered in kind of like widow's peak kind of hairline, is more refined. It's cleaner. The paint application in his beard, which is really full on the movie as well. The eyes are tilted upwards, so it's better if you put him chin down because he's kind of looking up. But overall, just a better head sculpt. And I'm gonna do a comparison here. So this is the new one that's popped in, and this is the older version. So if you're gonna buy either a new figure or upgrade, just keep in mind there's two versions now. This is the older one. Not bad, but the other one is certainly, there's enhancements that made it better. The beard is darker, the skin tone also is darker, but the biggest change is the hair, how it's styled right off the box. I didn't have to futz it. Look at this guy, the top of the head, right, like I said, it's tamed. It is styled right away compared to this guy who you have to futz. And I noticed that there's lighter tone on the hair of the older ones as well, which is accurate, which is also exist on the new one, but it's not as noticeable compared to here. You see, the actual sculpt itself is not bad. It's the paint application that improved drastically. Keep in mind, this is an older figure, so I'll give him a pass out there. Final thoughts on this guy, man. This is how you treat your clientele for Asmus. For somebody like myself who had the previous Thorin, they never made it that it is outdated. They gave it a chance that I don't have to buy the full figure, because the clothing set, the accessories, everything else stays the same. So they gave you a limited time window to get the upgrade in it by itself. And I think that's a great move by a company who cares about their fan base. Imagine if other companies does that. I mean, that kind of hurts their bottom. They could have just sold the entire figure and sell it as V2. But no, they gave you an option to keep the body and just upgrade the head sculpt. And for that, I give massive props to Asmus Collectibles for that. Massive props. Basically $80, right? Like maybe including shipping. that is a small price to pay for a great upgrade. Again, no issues with the older head sculpt, but this is much better. So if you are, even the new figure, I believe it's 224 or 220 at Big Bad or in Asmus, that is still a pretty good price for a figure that is this caliber of rooted hair. This is not this is not a rooted hair from the 2000s where it is, you know, the hair looks like a doll or something. You can see in this video, if you're watching this in 4K, it is pretty darn good. So in that note, for that price, you get this nice fur coat he does as well. The sword is die cast. There's a lot of accessories. This is been with me for years now, and as you can see, there's no flaking. I don't even think that's pleather. I think that's some sort of magical material that Asmus uses that just doesn't flake. But I love my Thorin figure. I love all my Asmus Lord of the Rings. I'm such a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. This is what brought me to Asmus, and I do hope that with this release, that ignites a fire on them to make more Lord of the Rings, because I love Asmus. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.